Battle, we're kind of changing things up a little bit. We have the Tau versus the Dark Eldar at 1,800 and 1,850 points. We will be using open war cards. Our battle will be... Ooh, that don't work. Can't see. There we go. Okay, we're doing Field of Glory with the twist, Eager for the Fight. And we're using this for our deployment zone. Right now, as it is set up, Tau's objective marker is right there. We have the objective marker in the center of the battlefield. We have the Dark Eldar objective sitting out here in the open. Tau have that side of the battlefield, of course. Dark Eldar will be on this side of the battlefield. And we will be back in a moment with Armies on Parade. On parade, we have a battalion of Tau and a Vanguard. The leaders for the battalion are my commander with 4 fusion cannons and 2 shield drones and a cadre fireblade. Backing them up are, let's see here, get them all in the picture. We have 3 units of breachers. I know those are fire warriors, and we're kind of proxying a little bit for this army because I just wanted to try them out and see how they'd actually do in a fight. We have 3 10-man units of breachers. The drones with the breachers are guardian drones. With each team is a devilfish with a burst cannon and 2 gun drones. I don't have any gun drones. I made a whole bunch of shield drones instead. So, we'll see how that works out. Finishing off the battalion is a unit of Pathfinders, 4 with pulse carbines and 2 with rail rifles, and 3 crisis suits with 2 cyclic ion blasters and a multi-tracker each, and 4 shield drones. For the Vanguard, we have our warlord for this game, Shadow Sun. With she is taking the warlord trait of Tenacious Survivor, so she gets that 6 up, feel no pain. And 3 units of 4 stealth suits each, all armed with burst cannons and ATS. The cadre is actually going to be carrying the Pure-Tide Engram Neurochip for this game. So he'll be able to give us those trying to get wounds back, or command points and fun stuff. And this is your Tau army for this battle. Dark Eldar are running a battalion formation. We're starting off with...
Start off with my Archon, who will also be my warlord. He's got the Husk Blade and the Blast Pistol. Both him and the other Archon that I have, who is running also a Blast Pistol, but he's also got a Power Sword. Yeah, there you go. They're both on this Venom in the transport, and that's my leadership, my command barge, I guess, if you will. For my troops choices, I've got 3 different ones. They're almost all the same. They're all on the Raiders. I mean, these 2, the leaders, have Agonizers. And the third leader has a Power Sword. And then for 2 of the units, I'm using these. I believe these are actually supposed to be Dark Lances, but I'm using them as the Splinter Cannons. And then these, I'm not 100% sure what they are, but there you go. Get them a little bit clearer in there. I'm using them as Shredders. So... exactly what they're actually supposed to be. If they are supposed to be shredders, cool. I'm cool. It's all good. And then I've got 7 that are just splinter rifles. And then this one's also the same. Splinter cannons, shredder, 7 splinter rifles. And that one I'm using as the Dark Lance. Although that might actually be, I might have them backwards. That might actually be the splinter cannon. And then a blaster. And then, again, 7 splinter rifles. Each Raider has Dark Lance on it, and I did also take the Shock Prow for them. So if I do have to get into a charge, then they've at least got something. And that round, I've also got a 5-man unit. The actual models themselves look like they're pretty much just a hodgepodge of leftovers that but the special equipment looks kind of cool. So, but anyway, he's the leader with a power sword, and then they've all just got splinter rifles.
Okay.
None of them are actually specials, and they are also in this Venom.
All right.
I actually have no elites. So going to my heavy support, I have 2 Talus, and then they're equipped with a macro scalpel, twin splinter cannons, even though I know that's not actually it. I think those are supposed to be liquefier guns. Actually, I think those are supposed to be splinter cannons. Anyway, 2 splinter cannons, macro scalpel, and chain flails, which I was thinking one of them was actually equipped with chain flails, but I guess not. And that's for both of them. They're both the same right now. Okay. And then the Ravager actually has 2 Dark Lances and 1 Disintegrator Cannon.
Okay.
And then going to my fast attack, I have 2 sets of Reavers. They're just equipped with splinter pistols for the guys. And this one without the mane or the hair is actually going to be my leader for the second unit. And both leaders have power swords. And then the bikes themselves all have splinter rifles. And then the Void Raven Bomber is my flyer. He's just got the regular Void Lances, but he does also have the Void Raven missiles.
All right, and that rounds out our battalion of Dark Elves, or Dark Eldar, for this turn, or this game. This looks like it's gonna be nasty.
Oh, and also as a note, these 2 are the only 2 excuse me, that have combat drugs as one of their special abilities, and both the combat drugs are Painbringer, which adds +1 to their toughness. So they've actually got a 5 toughness now.
Cool. All right. And we will be back in a moment with after deployment. For deployments, we have the first Raider sitting over here. We have a Raider and the 2 Talus sitting right there. We have the Void Raven Bomber is sitting here and hiding in this building. The that's not a Raider, that's the
Ravager.
Ravager. We just said that a second ago. I couldn't remember. Ravager is sitting on the objective right here. We have the Venoms, the bikes, and the final Raider sitting right there. Those guys are just hanging out right there. They're in one of the transports. They're not actually there.
Yeah, they're the actual one. They're actually in there.
Yeah. We have 1 Devilfish sitting here and hiding in the building. We have another Devilfish sitting right here. And another Devilfish sitting right here. All the Stealth Suits and Shadow Sun have piled in on the objective in the middle with Infiltrate. And the Pathfinders are hiding in this building right here on this objective. The Commander and the Crisis Suits have gone into reserve and will come out hopefully here in a moment. And Tau finished deploying first. They have the +1 to the roll to see who goes first. We really need to go first. I think that's going to decide the game really quick.
Definitely could.
And Tau does not go first. This is going to be bad.
Unless you seize.
Unless I seize. I need a 6.
You'd get +1 to seize. Alright, so I go first.
No. This is going to be bad for the Tau. We will be back in a moment with movement for Dark Eldar, turn 1. For Dark Eldar movement phase, the Venom and the Bikers, Reavers,
Yes.
moved up there. That Raider stayed there. That Venom moved back over that way a little bit. The Ravager backed up a little bit over that way. Off over here, the Bomber has moved off over that way. The 2 Talos have moved up to attack the Stealth Suit teams. And the 2 Raiders have moved up over that way. So what are you going to start your shooting phase with?
I think I'm going to start off with that Venom on your Devilfish.
On the Devilfish. All right.
We probably just start moving this way until I pop him. Maybe.
Just going to pick on the Devilfish.
At least one of them.
Okay, so we need a roll box up here.
Yeah.
And then we will show my poor Devilfish getting shot at. Dice over this way. I actually think I might have a chance to win this quick.
Very possible.
Depends on how bad my shooting phase goes. Or how good his shooting phase goes, I guess I should say.
No, I can't find it.
What are you looking for?
My last red one.
Uh-oh.
3,
You're gonna...
9, 11. I just have to use a different one. I'll use this one.
Alright.
Alright, so 2 splinter cannons.
Alright.
Rapid fire 3 each.
Alright.
And definitely within a half range.
You're gonna have a box.
Just hand it in the little thing around here.
Alright. Oh, we can do it over here.
Shooting on that number.
That number.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s, probably.
Yeah, I think so. What's your toughness?
7.
Okay.
What's your strength?
I believe the splinter cannons are 5s. So yeah. Alright, so several hits.
Alright.
Wounding on 5. Not too bad. 3 of them.
3 up saves, unless there's a minus.
Actually, no, it's a splinter cannon. Only one.
Alright, one
All the
goes through.
splinter weapons only one.
One failed. One goes through. Alright, we are going to be back in a few minutes. After the shooting phase, we'll see if the poor little devilfish survives, because I think he's just going to keep shooting at it until it goes bye-bye. Back in a moment. The Dark Eldar shooting phase, concentrated firepower, got this one devilfish down to 5 wounds. They managed to knock 1 wound off of that devilfish. They've got this one over here down to 4, and they managed to kill 1 crisis or stealth suit over here. That's pretty good, I think. And for charges, have you thought?
This venom is going to charge the devilfish. All the reavers are going to charge that one.
Okay.
And both talents are going to charge the...
Which one? Or are you going to charge them all? You might have to split them up. I don't know, because as close as they are to that wall, it's going to be kind of hard to get them in there. So you're kind of lined up for double charge right there.
This one, I'm planning on charging just this set, so I'll try to make sure I can move him back there.
Okay.
And this one's multi-charge.
Alright. Multi-charging both stealth
Just the stealth suit unit.
Okay.
Not
That's
shadow
the charges. So we will be back in a moment after the charge phases and Overwatch. In the combat phase, the Venom did 1 wound to the devilfish. All the bikers beating up on that devilfish did 2 wounds. And they managed to kill 1 stealth suit over here. That is going to end Dark Eldar turn 1, and we will be back in a moment after movement for Tau turn 1. Okay, for the Tau movement phase, the breachers have piled out of that hammerhead, and he's swung around his back end to get out of melee combat. We'll see how that works for him. Over here, this hammerhead devilfish pulled back out of combat and discharged its breachers. They're going to be shooting at those bikers. Over here, he didn't move, but he did discharge his breachers, and they have gone over there to say hi. I forgot to mention him a minute ago, the cadre and the pathfinders are hiding up here in the building still. And over here, we have the commander and the crisis suits have jumped in over here. We'll have to see how this plays out over here. They got lots of choice targets. Might be shooting at some stuff. We'll have to see how it works out. And we will be going in a moment into the Tau shooting phase. Who are we going to show for our shooting phase? Let's do some breachers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 20 dice. Salt 2s. They're going into that close Talos. Ah, come here. The dice don't want to cooperate. Hold on a second. The problem with really big dice.
Are they at close or medium range?
They are at their close range.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, they will be hitting on. If these dice ever cooperate. Okay, I'm going to need a hand. Drop the rest of those into my hand.
Yeah, I'd say they're close range. Never mind.
Yes, they are close range. So they are at their blast shotguns are at their close range. They will be strength 6 -2, 1 damage. Assault 2s, so 20 shots. Hitting on 4s. Here we go. That is a good number of hits.
Thankfully not all of them, but yeah, still a good number of hits.
And there's toughness 7 or 5?
Toughness 6, so
4s to wound. 4s to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at -2.
alright. 5 up. Should be the same whether it was my armor or an ulcer.
Yep.
Come on. Alright, 2, so I took 3.
Was he
So
already
that particular one is already wounded, so he's got 4 off.
4 off? All right.
No,
And
he's unhurt yet.
so the Tau have started shooting. We'll be back in a few minutes after the end of the Tau shooting phase. Let's see if they can wipe some of these Dark Eldar off the board. The Breachers fired on this Venom. They've got it down to 3 wounds.
Yep.
The Crisis Suits fired on that Venom. They have it down to 2 wounds. The Commander fired on the Ravager, did 4 wounds. Over here, combined fire from the Devilfish and the Breachers have knocked those guys down to 1 bike left with 1 wound. And over here, concentrated firepower from Shadow Sun, the Stealth Suits, and the Breachers managed to take out the Talos.
Both of them.
Both of them. That was a good little set of shooting right there. For charges, the tower actually going to charge. Everything over here is charging that Reaver or Ravager. We will start off with the drones in front of the Commander. Yes, he's giving me a look here, people.
Freaking drones.
If those drones make this charge, I will have 2 models on the objective to his 1, and Tau will actually win the game at the end of their turn if any of these charges go through.
Okay, since that is a Ravager, 2 Dark Lances and a Disintegrator Cannon.
Yes.
The 2 Dark Lances. No. Disintegrator Cannon. Nope. Okay, can you make your charge? And no, that's a Ravager, never mind.
No troops.
Yeah.
An 8. That is not going to do it.
You win.
No, I don't make it on an 8. Oh, that's
Good for
right.
the fight.
Get a plus
+1.
+1, so that gives them a 9. So they make it in.
If they survive.
If they survive the phase. But they are going to come in. They are 9 inches off the front of this crowd because they were measured for deep strike. So they are going to get to right there. I can now roll for the Commander. He needs a 10.
Roll your snake eyes.
8.
So 9 wouldn't make it.
Nope. We have the set of drones next to the Commander.
Are those 9s or 10s?
4, 5, 6, 7. That's not going to make it. And then we have the Crisis Suits.
No.
They are not going to make it. This is not good, people. Okay. So the drones have 1 attack each. They're
Batter the hull with...
1 is going to hit.
Okay.
It needs a 5 or a 6 to wound. It will wound. What is toughness?
Right. Toughness is 6.
Yes, it will wound with a 5. The robot of doom is going to bump the Ravager and do a wound.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
They were flying so fast that they just bumped into it when they got there.
Okay, and nothing special on the wounding. So 4 up. Okay, it is wounded.
It is wounded. It gets to attack back.
I can kill both.
Good. Well, you need to hit.
4.
Oh, cool.
Oh. Actually, I think that put me down to 5. So. Okay, so I actually got to roll. See, it'd be D3 attacks.
Ah,
Hitting on... Oh, my weapon skill doesn't change.
cool.
Alright, so D3. 2.
2 attacks.
I can still kill him.
You can still kill him.
Hitting on 4, wounding on 3.
Alright, let's see what happens. 1 hit.
1 hit. Wound.
Alright, 4 up invul. Oh no, 5 up feel no pain. I've got to command point it.
No!
He doesn't get it. 1 drone dies. Oh, this is going to go on to another round. Unexpected. Alright, we will be back in a moment with movement for Dark Eldar, turn 2. In the movement phase, it looks the Archons disembarked from their venom and ran over here to say hi to that objective, and everything else is piled in around it. I kind of feel bad for that little Roomba of Doom right there. The warriors here have disembarked from their transport and are heading that way. The warriors over here disembarked from their transport and are sitting right there. He stayed his course. The Avoid Raven Bomber has moved over here. And these two guys, the Raiders, have set up over here. This is Dark Eldar movement for turn 2. We will be back in a moment with shooting phase for Dark Eldar. In the shooting phase for Dark Eldar turn 2, they did 1 wound to 1 crisis suit and took out 1 drone with Savior protocols. Over here, we killed 1 breacher and did 1 wound to the Devilfish. We concentrated firepower from a whole lot of stuff, knocked that Devilfish down to 3 wounds, and I believe we lost 1 breacher out of this squad here. That breacher squad took a whole lot of losses, and the Pathfinders have lost 4. That is going to end Dark Eldar shooting, and we will now be moving into declared charges.
Raider's going to charge... That Raider's going to charge the Devilfish. This one's going to charge the Breachers. Venom's going to charge the Crisis Suit.
Venom is going to charge the crisis suits.
Archons are... Yeah, Archons will get into it. No, Archons will stay there.
Okay, Archons are staying there.
And then the Venom will charge that Devilfish.
Charge that Devilfish.
And the group. The unit. The Warriors.
Charging the Devilfish or the Breachers?
Oh, yeah. They'll charge the Breachers.
Alright, they're charging the Breachers. Any other charges?
Oh, the Reavers. Breachers. Or Reavers on the Devilfish.
Reaver on the Devilfish. Alright, that's all the charges. So,
one guy's feeling cocky.
We will be back in a moment with... We'll see how this plays out. This is going to be kind of brutal, I think. Charges. The Venom was killed in Overwatch.
Too much data.
And over here, 3 of the warriors were killed by Overwatch, and the Venom made it in. The Ravager. Reaver made it in over here. And these 2 over here have made it into their charges. Who would you like to attack with first?
Let's go with the tiny one, the Reaver.
The Reaver is going to attack the giant devilfish in front of it. He is that crazy. What do we got?
Brain fart. What we got?
Those can be lethal.
Yes. There we go. Alright. My arena champion has 3 attacks. He does have the power sword. I'm going to go ahead and use that.
Oh. You're going to blow up my devilfish.
I'm going to try.
Alright.
So I need 3 to hit, 5 to wound.
3 to hit, 5 to wound.
Oh, wait a minute. You said toughness 7?
Yeah.
I'll use the blade veins instead. Then it's 3 to 5. Otherwise, he's only strength 3 would be 6 to wound.
Okay.
So 3 to hit. All 3 hit. 5 to wound. 1 wound at -1.
Does not save.
Okay, 1 wound.
1 wound. Okay.
1 damage.
That will start off the combat phase, and we'll be back in a moment after we see how much of my Tau die this turn. And Dark Eldar melee for turn 2. They managed to do 1 more wound to the devilfish, and in this melee, they lost 1 more warrior, and the breachers suffered no losses.
Actually, I lost him too.
Oh, he lost him too for...
I just rolled a 6 on morale.
Ah, rolled a 6 on morale. Okay, so that warrior is gone. They did their best. Over here, the Ravager? Reaver did 1 wound to the tank. And over here, you'll see a void where that devilfish was sitting. He got rammed too hard. And over here, we've got, with the combined of the melee, the shooting, and the failed morale check, we've got 2 breachers left and a drone. Poor drone. And over here, the Roomba, the drone, has lived. He did no wounds, and he saved his 1 wound, the 1 attack he had. So we will be back in a moment after Tau movement for turn 2. Turn 2 movement phase. Everybody's piled in on the objective. I want to try and at least knock 1 thing off this objective so we can not have it contested in any way, shape, or form. Over here, devilfish could not back out. He is stuck in the corner and only has a 3-inch movement. So he's stuck there. The breachers are stuck right there. They may take some pot shots at those guys over there, but they're going to stay there. This devilfish backed up so those breachers can lay in some fire into that right there. And the cadre moved over on top of the objective. And the breachers stayed in combat, mainly because that just ties that thing up and it can't shoot. We are now about to go into the Tau shooting phase for turn 2. And the big furball is going to be over here. I think what we're going to start with is the commander into the Ravager. Or Reaver, or Ravager? Ravager. Okay, so we're bringing the box over here.
That's going to be irrelevant now?
That's irrelevant. Alright. The commander is hitting on 2s. 4 hits.
Of course he's going to hit everything.
He's going to hit everything. He's wounding on 3s, I do believe.
Toughness 6.
2 wounds. Managed to go through.
5 up invul.
5 up invul. Giggles and grins, we're going to command point 1. Of course, we roll a 1. So 2. What's going to happen? They both go through. Alright. Command point.
No, never. Go ahead.
Never mind. Alright, so he is definitely within half range. So he is going to do 4 and 4. 8 damage.
That'll command point. Let's see if he blows up.
He's trying to make him go boom.
Ah.
He does not go boom. We say goodbye to the Ravager. He fought well. Actually, put the Ravager back on the board.
Why?
Because the Ravager is locked in melee combat with the Roomba. And I did not fall back.
Okay.
I cannot shoot the Ravager. Oh.
So let's Matthew Raider go boom.
We're going to have to. Because he's too close. I have to shoot him because those 2 characters cannot be targeted. They can't.
Yeah, but I'm just...
No, because
I will get everything on the explosion.
You might. Okay, so 4 shots onto that one. We're gonna have to shoot that one. I messed up. I cannot shoot him. All right.
And that one is still at 10.
This is still gonna be 4 hits. 3's to win. We will do. Okay, so I am gonna command point again since that other command point wasn't any good, and we're still gonna roll a 1. So that is 2.
So same effect.
Same effect.
Except I saved 1.
All right.
So
still within half. So 2. We are gonna do 5 wounds.
brings him to half.
Brings him to half. What are we gonna do this? Because he's closer there. These 2 are closer to him, but him being closer to that is gonna mess me up. So we're gonna have to put everything into that. We are gonna overcharge these. So 2d3 shots.
Which way are you starting? That
Across.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 shots.
3 ones.
Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling 1s. He is going to completely whiff this shot. I've had this happen before. No, 1's going to hit. Strength 8s.
3.
It will wound at -1 for D3.
5 little pinhole. Good.
Got it. Oh no, this is going to go bad. Alright. 5 shots? No, 3. 4 shots. Hitting on 4s. Little better. Strength 8s, -1s. 5 ups.
Yep. 3 up.
Oh, that's not
Strength
a wound.
1 wound.
1 wound.
5 up. Nope. He wounded.
2.
So
And
now down to 3.
4 shots.
Can I point out you're not having a whole lot of luck when you have 4 shots?
No, I'm not. 2 saves.
That's to hit.
Oh, that's the hit. That's right. Okay, now 2 saves.
Okay, 2 saves. 1.
2. He's
Okay.
gonna live.
Annoying as hell. He's at 1.
He's at 1. Ah, that is annoying. That is very annoying. Okay. That's going to end this part. We'll come back in a minute after the end of the rest of the shooting phase. That was annoying. Okay, we'll be back in a moment. Okay, and Tao finished out their shooting phase by killing 2 of the warriors over here and finally putting that Reaver right there to rest. We'd kind of shaved off shooting at these guys right here because if I blew up that transport, they'd get to pile out and they'd kind of be a little too close to that objective for what I'd like. Now, we're going into the charge phase. And we are actually going to do a really sorry move here.
Oh.
The drones are going to charge the already locked in combat Ravager.
Okay.
So, hopefully this will work. If not, we're going to have to charge into something else, and I really don't want to do that because if that little drone right there dies, it becomes a contested objective with 4 and 4. So here we go. The drones are making their charge. 4 inches. That is not going to make it. We're going to have to command point it. No, not close enough. Hello. What?
Eager for the fight.
Oh, 2 inches?
1 inch.
1 inch?
You were right here next to this. 5 inches would put you at this line. So this one would make it, but these 2 would still be out. But if it's all one, are these all one unit?
Yeah, I'm gonna. No, they're all 1 unit. I'm gonna re-roll it though.
Yeah, they definitely made it.
So I want that one there. That one there. So that's going to put at least 1 within 3 inches. Yeah, that's going to do it. Okay, so we are now going into the fight phase. I would bring the commander around, but that ain't gonna work.
Yep.
So, fight phase. This is really the only fight that's gonna matter right here. We have
All 4.
1, 2, no, I only do 3.
This guy's within an inch.
Yeah, but they're 2 different units. I'm gonna fight, and you're gonna fight. I have to start with the charge unit first.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, 3 attacks.
Okay.
He's got 1 wound left, doesn't he?
No. He's got 1 wound.
Oh,
He got 5 because he was locked in combat.
That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. The drone hits!
1 hit. Okay.
Hey, that one. Attacks back.
I get 2.
Alright.
Oh. Shock prop.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? It's not going to matter. I think my
Which unit?
Blade range are going to be against these 2.
Okay. Against the bigger one.
Actually, no. 1 and 1.
1 and 1. Alright.
On the lone drone that's been
Alright.
a pain in my butt. Hit.
No win.
Okay. Yep. You win. Not a hit. So I don't know why I rolled the second die.
Alright. Call it.
That's it. You win.
I have more models within 3 inches of that objective. This is going to go to the Tau. I have that objective. I have the objective in the building, and I still have my objective at the start of the game. So, I hope everyone likes this battle report, and we'll be back next week.